Hello, my name is Becci Gowers and I'm Director and Founder of IgniteYou CIC. IgniteYou was founded in 2017 and since then it started off as a nutrition project and it was going to be a community interest company around getting people excited around nutrition and really understanding why nutrition is important to health. And then eventually there was other businesses that I ran to do with dance and building confidence through dance and energy and helping people just be in a place where they felt completely at ease and could just be themselves. And then we ended up, the 4 directors that we have, including myself, for IgniteYou, it was previously Youtrition. We decided that it's all sort of doing one and the same thing. So we combined what was Dance Confidence Cornwall with Youtrition and then we formed IgniteYou CIC. So then from then we deliver, there's sort of 3 strands to what we do. So we have our dance inclusive timetable and that's all about just inclusive dance sessions. So everyone feeling welcome, everyone feeling like they are a part of a dance session. And then we have our Keys for Health programme, which focuses on 4 main areas of health. So there's nutrition, there's movement, there's sleep and stress management, and really helping people understand why all of those areas of health are so vital. And even if you focus on brilliant nutrition but you're not sleeping brilliantly, then that can all impact your health. So that's sort of so Keys for Health, we've got dance, and then there's individual nutritional consultations. So as a naturopathic nutritional therapist, I wanted to be able to run nutritional consultations for people one-to-one, and that's really focusing on a cellular level in people's bodies, what's any imbalances, and just sort of balancing that out with lifestyle and nutrition. And it's a CIC, so it's all about, you know, if there's one area that we work in, that if there's an excess of profit, for example, that can go back into the business. So nutritional therapy, for example, that can end up being quite expensive. So we want to be able to offer that to everyone. So even if they couldn't necessarily afford it outright, we would have, the idea is that we have a pot of money that then people can access if they want to get that support. So it's all about empowering people to take ownership of their health and feel epic and amazing and loving the process. So it's really important to empower people to take ownership of their health because it's all about feeling as best you possibly can. Now that's going to be such an individual thing. So it's with what we offer with IgniteYou is about looking at the person as a person and seeing what's going to help them feel the best that they possibly can. So for one person, like I say, that will be very different to the next. But helping people understand and get excited about how to do that. So it might be that people, they feel not part of a community. So going into a dance session where other people, and they feel included in that dance session, can just massively build confidence. And then that has a huge knock-on effect to, you know, they might improve their eating habits from that because they feel good and they want to feel good. And then that has a knock-on effect to their sleep. So they sleep better. That's empowering. That makes them feel better. And so just from one action of going to a dance class, it can cascade right out across all of their life, and they feel so much better. And it's about having the knowledge to do that as well. I think when I studied nutrition years ago, it was for every lecture I was in, I was like, why do people not know this? You know, we don't get taught about that connection between our gut health and our hormones, or, you know, and loads of stuff, our stress and how that affects weight and, you know, all of that. We don't get taught that. So it's about getting people to, and that's what Keys for Health is all about. That's understanding why movement is so important. We all know we should move, but why? Because it helps all of the cells in your body, you know, function. And, you know, why is nutrition important? Yeah, we know a lot of people associate nutrition with weight, but it's every cell in our body needs nutrients. You know, it's about sleep, particularly young people, you know, phones before bed, looking at phones and then just like drifting off at midnight. And why is that so important to get some good sleep? Why is it so important to look after your stress and find ways and support in order to find some calm in that, and why that's important. So our thing is about helping people understand the why, and then that is empowering. You know, if people have that knowledge and then they think, I'm just not ready yet to make any changes, or I feel that I don't really want to, that's absolutely fine. But we do find that there's so many sort of light bulb moments with people, and they're like, no way, I never knew that. So then they want to go and, you know, tap into what we can offer. And if we can't offer it, we will signpost people out to places that they can get that support. And it's about people feeling epic. That's what we're all about. You know, it's about people feeling like when they get out of bed in the morning, they're like, yeah, bring it on. And if they're having a tough time, that they've got some resilience. So inclusivity for IgniteYou is paramount. We are very much about having people, everyone is an individual, everyone is a person, regardless of background or ability or skin colour or, you know, hair colour or whatever it may be. Everyone's a person in their own right. So let's respect that. And that's what life should be about. It shouldn't be about all these labels that get given to people. It should be about what that person has to offer for themselves towards it and outwards. So that inclusivity for IgniteYou is our core ethos. Everyone who comes to us is equally as valuable as the next person, and that in itself is empowering for people, because I think quite a lot of people who do come to IgniteYou might have had at some point in their life not have had that inclusivity and maybe not feel equal. So it's about building their confidence up, and that's what we're so passionate about, that everyone feels equal. So volunteers for IgniteYou are amazing. They're such a support to what we can offer. Over lockdown, we didn't use volunteers as much, because it's more about when we're doing face-to-face sessions. And volunteers create, well, different things really. They create an energy. So they're volunteers with IgniteYou because they have our core ethos and they have our core energy. But a lot of our volunteers are young people that have been to our sessions. So there's an inspirational aspect there. You know, they've taken on board what we can offer and they really love it and they want to help us get the message out. So there's sort of two elements. There's the energy that they bring, and that's why they've sort of been selected as volunteers, but also the fact that, you know, they bring such an incredible element to IgniteYou, because they are what IgniteYou is all about. So our volunteers, like I say, we haven't been able to use them during lockdown because it's been just online sessions on my computer and finding a way to do that in my front room. But now that we're going back face to face, it just means that these people, you know, that our volunteers can really help others have all the opportunities. And it's mainly about just overseeing sessions, and just there's sort of like an unspoken communication between us all. They'll be overseeing it as either I'm delivering it or someone else is delivering it. And they'll tap in if people aren't necessarily getting the right energy from whatever session it may be, and then we adapt and we make sure that that's changed so that people are feeling included.
I'm Jamie Heaven.
Hi, I'm Chloe Pern. I like dance and enjoying everyone here, making my day.
Having fun and being with friends.
What's your favourite dance move?
Well, my one is be dance, well, round and jump.
My one, bit of sass,
Sass.
and then I like be jumping up and down.
So why do you like volunteering and teaching others how to dance?
Well, it'd be a good experience for the other people to try.
And make other people enjoy themselves. I'm very excited to be here.
When the lockdown, it was getting a little bit stressed.
And the lockdown is not my favourite thing. I want to spend time with my friends and family and dancing here.
How does it make you feel when you dance?
Make me really happy and joyful to be everybody here.
Well, it made me to express all emotion.
So lockdown, in our opinion, has really affected people's health and well-being from different ways, so different angles. In regards to, we've seen a lot of people not be able to access online sessions, and so and particularly, you know, they could be considered as some of the most vulnerable people in communities that just they're independent living, they live on their own, but they didn't have this, they couldn't navigate Zoom and all those online platforms that we were using to deliver our sessions. So we've over the last sort of 3 months been doing just one-to-ones with people, whether it be outside or, you know, in locations that were ventilated enough so that we could do them, to then integrate them back into group sessions, because it's been a long time. It's been a long time of not having that social aspect, which for some people, you know, their comfort zone is probably sitting down in their flat and not doing anything else. So they do need that support to get them back into moving. And then another angle is, you know, mental health throughout the lockdown has been really tough. So we've seen a huge increase in people stress eating, stress drinking. You know, there's been, and so it's about, again, bringing that excitement back to people. Okay, what other tools can you use in a stressful situation? And it's also, we're never people to say, don't do that or don't do this, or, you know, it's about, so what can you include into your life to make it more healthy and more fruitful and feel better, and focus on that. So don't focus on the don't and focus on the what I can do and what do I have control of in a situation where I feel that there's no control. You know, a lot of the guys that we teach, particularly adults, independent living adults, they find it really hard with change. You know, change is really hard. So overnight, everything stopped. And for them, all of their community, all of their support groups, everything stopped. And without the understanding of why. And that's really tough, to not know, okay, there's big things happening in the world, but I can't quite make the dots connect as to why, what's happening. So this is really unfair. So it's about giving them some support and feeling that bit of control back. And that's what we're all about. But lockdown definitely had an effect. The flip side of that as well is we did offer, especially in the first lockdown, 11 o'clock Monday to Friday, I was running a dance session, or it could be like a Zumba session or something. So people, 11 o'clock was Becci's time. So it gave them some structure. So it gave them that thing of, you know, if we get up in the morning, because I think in the first lockdown, everyone was quite shell-shocked, weren't they? Like even schools and colleges were a bit like, there wasn't as much structure as in the second and third one. So that, particularly in that first one, it was 11 o'clock Becci time. And then that helped families as well, particularly get that structure. So it wasn't like still at 3 o'clock in the afternoon having to get children not in PJs and things like that. So it gave them, it's Becci time in a minute. Okay, cool. And we had some really lovely feedback about that. And saying that structure really helped a lot of people with feeling okay about the situation. So I'm quite proud of that, and it feels nice to have been able to help people. The vision that IgniteYou would have for improving health and wellbeing in Cornwall is that it's got to be exciting. There's got to be an excitement in it. You know, like if people feel like they're being dictated to all the time, or that they feel that they're being talked at rather than heard, then I think then there's a barrier there, and people will be like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make change. It's about getting people excited about health, whatever that may be for that person, whether it's nutrition, whether it's moving more, whether it's being connected more to their community and people and support groups. So that's where I think that would be my vision, is listening to people first and foremost and finding out what people want. And rather than saying this is what should happen, is hearing about what people want. But once you have that information, is creating a really cool energy where people are like, I want to know more, and how can I make this happen? And I want to put some points into my life. So yeah, it's about hearing people and then also creating some excitement around health and how to make that and implement that into people's lives.
Well, I have two. One was what Chloe do, and the second was round slack.
Oh. Right, okay.